When I thought about what I wanted to speak to the community about tonight, I glanced at a flyer that was circulated not too long ago. It stated how the teachers were completely opposed to the rebuild of the ranch, and this small little minority keeps badgering our school board majority and will not let the rebuild continue. I'm not sure if I was considered one of the Trump-like members, since I can't stand Trump, but I do know that's when HPLE was running high and sitting pretty with the rebuild. In fact, U3 had just voted for HPLE to return to our district. So I guess the point I'm trying to make is that I'm glad I was a part of the people who asked questions and looked further into the financial doings of the rebuild. Without that opposition, I am certain HPLE would never have felt pressured to quit. Reminding the community that they indeed did quit. You did not fire them. In fact, when the Whittier Daily News asked for a quote from you, Mr. Lara, you stated that you thought they were doing a great job. Of course, we now know otherwise, but those are the kinds of things that go wrong when you bring in friends or people who contribute to your campaigns. At the last board meeting, Mr. Lara, you spoke about how beautiful buildings bring beautiful people. I know my colleague John spoke about how obviously that was not true in Jaime Escalante's case at Garfield. We all know that buildings don't make the student, and of course, amazing state-of-the-art stadiums and equipment don't make the better athlete. My family is made up of many athletes, and one of our all-time favorite movies to watch is the Rocky series. So I hope you'll indulge me for a moment as I compare Rocky IV with our current phase 1 of the stadium build. If you know the movie, you'll recall the scene where Rocky travels to Russia to prepare for his fight with Drago. You see all the training going on, Drago in his crazy $1 million facility training away on all these state-of-the-art pieces of equipment, while Rocky is getting the same workout using a rope with rocks, a wheelbarrow filled with people, or running a steep mountain. Because a true athlete knows it's all about the heart, coupled with hard work and some skill. Now, of course, a new facility is absolutely necessary here, and no one will ever dispute that. But you need to think twice about attacking people who ask questions when they're only trying to save thousands of residents money. And finally, as the new school year officially begins next week, I find your never-ending theme of moving on and moving forward is actually happening. The excitement is already there for me as it is for my colleagues I know. I'm always inspired at this time of year, but our focus has not shifted. Our students will see the best of us, but once that school bell rings, our mission will remain. I compare our situation in the district much to a tragedy that has fallen on a family. The family must carry on even though something terrible has happened. But what do you always see the family members do? They appear in court religiously every day to see that justice has been served against the people who have done wrong. That is what we as a community are doing by collecting signatures for this recall election to take place. We must make sure that you cannot ever do the things you've done in the past. You see, there may be times when we were powerless to prevent injustice, but there must never be a time we fail to protest it. Justice will not come until those who were not affected are as outraged as those who were.
Thank you very much.